Good morning, y'all. I think I do this every time I pick this phone up. I think that's a habit. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's okay. So I got up here this morning just to hold myself accountable for saying that I would get up daily, do something for my own self, and whatever it takes, which is what I talk about daily up here or every other day, with progressing in self-care, taking care of your own mental health, taking care of your own mind, your own way of thinking, and whatever that looks like to you. At the same time, getting ready for church. It's Sunday, and we thank God for another day that we were able to get up and push our way through. If somebody said, well, do you love getting up, going to church yet? All the time? Or every Sunday? No, and I haven't been every Sunday. I have been consistent. I try to be consistent because the Lord did ask us to feel not to assemble ourselves together. But I don't believe that if there's something wrong in your family, if there is something wrong with you physically, if you have to work, if there is all the side steps that you take to God, not me, that is, you take to God about whatever's happening in your life and you need an off, then that's between you and God, not me, you and God, and everybody else, you and God. It's you and God. When you want to build relationship with someone, you spend time. And that's been one of my building blocks with wanting to building relationship with the Lord, is being consistent with getting up and going and fellowshipping with other saints and friends and meeting new people. And people that are out in these places also see you, and they will pray for you. They'll be reminded to call your name and your family's name sometimes before the Lord. Y'all, I'm gonna be attempting to do this little makeup thing that I do. It ain't no rhyme, no reason to it. I got a little, ain't no method. I just started doing makeup, so ain't gonna be no perfection to it or none of that. It's just gonna be me attempting to put on some makeup or putting on eyeshadow and mascara and something on my lips. Anyway, I don't even know what colors that's gonna be right now, but I usually put this concealer on my eyelids first, just because my eyes are naturally dark. I do use, and I put that in other videos, I'll show you that I do use another Anacare, and it helps to brighten them up some. I'll show you that before I get off this morning if I remember. But anyway, I'm gonna see if this gives me more light and not too much up here. Getting up and participating in your local church, or if you got to drive a ways to be a part of a local group of some type that gets you out of the house, gets your family involved, helps you get to know the Word of God. Most importantly, that you get to know that someone will help you get to know the Word of God. Now the Bible says, how can you hear? How can you understand without a preacher? So that doesn't mean that you totally are not going to understand anything. But I think that they can definitely, those that are called by God and that walk in their calling, that spend time with God themselves, that actually take the calling serious and are yielding themselves to God. And what I mean by yielding themselves to God, because sometimes we look for people to be perfect, right? We look for, what is that on? I'm going to show you this. I might put that on, or I might put on the black one. We look for people and pastors to be perfect. They aren't perfect. They are forgiven. They are only men and women of God who decided, look, I still wear brooches sometimes. Isn't that pretty? I don't know that so much. It don't go with this, but I just saw it. And it made me think I want to put one on. I put a little one on. Maybe this black one. Really, I don't need one with this thing right here. But I kind of just want one. Anyway, I'm looking at the camera as a mirror. Anyway, y'all, you got to work out your own soul salvation. You got to work and do it in fear and in trembling, knowing that in the end, there's a prize waiting for you and for me. And that is to live out our days with the one that made us, who's away preparing a beautiful place for us right now, you know, and because that's how much he loves us. Even though we down here wilding out and we're doing right some days and we're doing wrong other days, he knows in the end who's going to say yes in their hearts. I hope that in your heart, you've already made up your mind that you are going to say yes, that you are going to, your desire is to give up some of this worldliness that we have taken on. And you know the worldliness I'm talking about. We all like to, so to speak, do our own thing, and we know it ain't of God. Be lazy. Maybe I'll do this black. This one is so strong that honestly, this palette right here is so strong for me. I don't usually like to use it too much just because I'm not that good with putting on makeup, and this palette is heavy easy. Like, it's real pigmented. It's real pigment. I think that's the word. I don't know. It's when you put it on, you better be careful, because it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You're gonna be too dark where it's dark and too light where it's light. But it's okay. Ain't nobody really paying me no mind there, and I'm okay with that too. So I had to think, because, you know, I told y'all this ain't what I do. So we just try, and then we try to fix it and all of that. Like right now, I done looked in this camera for my, to be my, looked in the phone for it to be my camera. Anyway, y'all, what I'm trying to say is these are the last days. And what we don't want to do is take the Lord for granted anymore. Take our relationship with the Lord for granted anymore. That it's not important, that he's just gonna let everything go. I try to explain to us a little bit, even to myself, that look at what he done when it came down to his son, who was beat beyond recognition, who carried that heavy cross up Golgotha's hill, who was spit upon, who was beat in places that we know is tender. And I'm just trying to be respectful. But what it says is, I don't think they knew him, could tell if he was man or woman when they were done with him. Y'all, you done heard this story so much that you become numb to the fact that that's what God done for us. He sent his son Jesus to die for us. It's going to be some people that's going to have to, if you don't do as the word says, somebody's going to pay. You going to pay. He gave his life freely. And while he was doing that, while he was giving his life, while they were beating him, spitting on him, you the son of God, come on down. Taunting him, saying more than what the world is saying to most people right now, saying way more. We ain't never, ever can touch what he went through. Never. Can't compare. He ain't say one word. Not while he was going through. In the end, he said something to his daddy. But he ain't say nothing to them people. Because he had purpose. Hallelujah. And that was for us. That was for our ratchet selves. Somebody down here, sometimes we don't know if we want to serve him or not. And then sometimes we got the audacity to act like he ain't real. And then be ashamed of him on the other side of that. Where, we won't talk about Jesus too much because the world is sick of hearing about him, oh my God, here they go again, with that. I mean, it's just all about Jesus. It sure is. Sure is, because when I think about just the things, that right there alone is enough. But y'all, he kept me daily. He woke me up this morning. He kept me in my right mind. When I get pushed down, when I'm hungry, he feed me. He lets me have traveling mercy. He gave me life. He gave me 2 beautiful children. He gave me 2 grandchildren. I'm about to be grandma number 3. I'm grateful. And he kept this mind of mine because there's been a lot going on in this 57 years where the enemy tried to come in because of people I chose to be in my life. Not so necessarily that God chose them, but I chose them. And they didn't always have my best interests at heart. And I'm not blaming them because they were, people are who they are. They in their folly and trying to be who they want to be. Just be careful, though. Try not to tear other people out the frame while you're growing, too. Because that's what we're doing. We're growing. But sometimes if you ain't careful, you can really hurt a lot of people while you're growing because of your own selfishness. So please keep in mind that right there, that that you don't want to tear people out the frame so that you can just get what you want out of them from them, tearing them out the frame while your life is, you're happy, but they're broken. Because that's what you're leaving behind. You're leaving a whole, just terrorizing women and men, taking their hearts and throwing them away, stomping on them. You don't care. You know why you don't care? Because it ain't you. It ain't you. So I just put this stuff just try to highlight some parts other than, I don't know, I saw somebody else do it. I do not know why I'm doing it. When I'm doing the gold, when I'm doing more of this palette right here, or this one, I'll do this because it comes out more goldish. And I wish I had something that had more of a different tint to it than this, because I don't know if this really looks right, to be honest with you. But guess what? I care, but I just ain't worried about it. Now, anyway, this is stuff for your eyebrows. And this right here, honestly, I think by the time I get to church sometimes, I done put my hands in my face so much. I don't really, it's got real good hold. I will say that if I don't bother my eyebrows or keep my hands out of my face, then my eyebrows will stay brushed. And still look fresh. Something is just looking ashy this morning. Something I'll tell you, this palette is not my favorite palette. It just ain't. I done already did it now. And I'm not putting nothing. Now, today, I'm not going to put nothing on my edges. I tell you why. I don't want to deal with I just basically washed and got that buildup that I had around there out. Because I dyed my little edges and stuff like that. And I might go in there and spray. I might not do nothing to them today. I think that's going to be the answer. Because that's what I had already come up with, that I wasn't doing nothing. This is the stuff to do the little setting spray. I'm going to show you one. Like I said before, I don't even really think I need it, but around my eyes, really, and my nose. This is the one I use all the time. And I'm not sure, because this is full. This says all-nighter. This might be a better one. This one right here. It could be. But I feel like if it's got ultra glow on it, this probably has... This is for nighttime. It probably has some, like a glitter in it or something like that. Let's see. Let's spray it on. What time is it? I think we could just... I don't know. I don't see nothing. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a better hold. I don't know. Long lasting all day wear, lightweight, temperature control technology. And this is all day wear, lightweight, temperature control technology. Well, oh, oil control. This one is oil control. Oh. That's why I use this all the time, because I have oily skin. I wish I bought another one of these, because I think I have another one of these right here. But let me show y'all the business, the one that now, this is if you know how to put some makeup on. But this setting spray right here. I know it's coming up there backwards, but that right there. This bad boy will have your face tight. Now, I ain't for sure how to put that on real good, because when I get finished, when I say your face is tight, it's going to be tight, but your makeup ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. You know, but, and I was using that like all the time, but it's a little, I'm going to still use it, but it's too much. If I'm like going to a wedding or something like that, I'll use it, because I know you're going to be out for the wedding, and then you're going to be out for like the reception and stuff like that, you're going to be out for a long time, and that one's going to hold. But it's, for what I'm doing, it's not really necessary. I'm not even doing that much. So I don't need that strong of a hold. I'm going to go to the service today, and then I'm going to bring my hind parts on back in this house, God willing. Today, I'm either going to warm up. Yesterday, I don't know if y'all saw my little vlog. I did a vlog. Oh, I meant to try to do, the lady said take your eyelashes and go that way with them. I meant to do that. But I did chicken and dumplings. So I'm either going to warm them up or I'm going to do fish. I'm going to see how I feel when I get out of church with that, honestly. I said last week that oh Lord, I like this mascara. I mean, I like these brushes with this mascara. Just because it's real tiny and I don't have a lot of lashes. I don't particularly care for the mascara itself. But I like the brush for little lashes. A little bit of lashes. It'll help keep them a little separated if you can. As I said last week, they talking about some go through your lashes. Oh, just comb them. I mean, bring them up. Ooh. My lashes about this long. You can't be combing them that much. That is not no bringing up. I do not know how to do that. Like this. Y'all. Gotta try to keep my eyes from watering. Anyway, this brush on this one right here does help to separate them and keep them separate versus one that's got like bristles like this. Or even that, this is one of my favorite mascaras itself. But this brush, and while it's tiny, it's still not tiny enough for me. It's just, it still overloads them too fast. And I was trying to use this in there, but it was drying it out. And this one right here, a little bit too expensive. This one, probably about $10, this right here. And she do all right. And they got a waterproof one. I'll show you that too. But I just do, I just use this one right here. If I'm going somewhere where, because actually this mascara even has a different look to it than that mascara. I ain't saying that it's bad, it is, but kind of cheap look. And I know people will say different, but I can say I think I see a difference when I use it. Honestly. Anyway, this ain't no makeup stay channel because that is not, I would not be up here for that. No way, shape, form, or fashion. My thing is encouragement. There's a man, there's a woman, there's somebody that feels like they can't go on. Sometimes it's because of yourself. We get in our own way. We overthink, and that could come from trauma and abuse, different types of abuse and trauma, which causes and breeds overthinking. It breeds not being able to, or feel like you can even take care of you sometimes. Because of feeling like there's a lack in you because everybody's done basically made you feel that way. And somewhere in life you begin to believe it, if enough people, and I can agree with it, I understand this if you don't. If enough people tell you or show you in some way, shape, form, or fashion that, I'll say tell you, and they show you with their actions that they are unapproving of you, and enough people do that at one time, they can make you feel like what they're saying is true, that there is nothing good in you, that you are a lost cause or worthless. These be my attempt at trying to do kind of smoky and a lift. Anyway, when I get to talking about this stuff, it does. I'm fighting tears all along because this is where I come to talk about it, where I don't care if nobody wants to hear it. Because if you don't want to hear it, you don't have to be up here. So that option is yours to change the channel. But it's here in case there's a person that says, I don't know how I'm going to get to the next second. You know, it's because sometimes you don't even want to get up and put no clothes on. You know, it seems like moving at all is too much. I'm talking to that person. Talking about it is kind of over too because you feel like everybody else is over it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep. Sometimes I put color on my face like that, honestly, and it don't even last till I might get in the car, and when the light hit everything and everything is looking too much and too bright, I'll be in there. And after you spray that spray, now I haven't tried to wipe nothing off with this right here, but let me tell you something. When you spray this one, you can get in the car and try to wipe all you want. It is not coming off, right? That might be another reason I stopped using that bad boy like that. But I sometimes don't like color. I don't like to wear color in color, I think. Maybe I want to keep that, you know, like a skin tone, you know. But this one right here, now, I don't know if this is going to dry this color, but this one right here, this NYX or whatever it is, NYX. It comes with a color on one end, and if you put this on, you know, your lips are moisturized but dry. This will dry on, and the color will come off, but it was not going to come off easy. And then you use this one as the gloss once it dries, to, you know, give it some gloss on that end. And they have lots of colors. I was trying to see. That's the same one, because of course this is one of my favorite colors, or what I thought would be a favorite color. I just got to be in the mood for it. I don't know where the other colors, I have some more of them, but I don't know where they are right now. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know where it is. And I know right now all that little clanging is probably annoying. Y'all, those of you that have been through a whole lot, I pray that you're able to get up and get moving this morning. Those of you that have not and don't even understand what I'm talking about, how about pray for somebody who have? How about you don't have to understand, But you can get in with a sister and brother, and you can take them before the Lord. You can carry their name, even if you think you know that person looked like they're going through. And some of y'all watched some of the stuff happen to them. Some of y'all watched the trauma, and all you thought to yourself was, I'm glad it ain't me. Or you thought to yourself, you'll be okay. Well, you'll get used to it. You'll be all right. You're just pushing off on people, go be okay. And you see the traumatic events happening to them over and over and over and over and over again. What do you think that does to a person's psyche? What do you think that does to a person's heart? What do you think that does to the inside of them? It's breaking every day. And you remake yourself daily to keep getting up and keep moving and keep pushing. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. You ain't breaking me. You ain't breaking me. But sometimes, along with other things in life, along with the constant years of that,